Hey guys, welcome back to Explore Lucid Dreaming, and today we are going to be talking about the wake back to bed technique. Now, first of all, thank you guys so much for all of these subscribers. We finally hit 60 subscribers on our third video, and I'm super grateful again for that, so thank you guys so much. Before we get into today's video, please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. I post weekly lucid dreaming tutorials, techniques, and more, so if you want to master your ability to lucid dream, hit that subscribe button. My end goal is to get you to lucid dream every single night, and if that sounds interesting to you, then turn on notifications so that you know whenever a new lucid dreaming tutorial comes out. The wake back to bed lucid dreaming technique is very simple to do, and I recommend it for beginners and also experienced lucid dreamers, as it is very effective. Now, this technique involves waking up very early and then letting yourself go back to sleep. It is, again, super easy and simple, and today I'm going to explain exactly how you can do this for yourself. Now, this technique is very similar to wild lucid dreaming, and if you want a tutorial on that, I actually created one, and you can click in the top corner of this video to watch it right now. During wake back to bed, you're basically going to interrupt your sleep with an alarm clock set for 2 to 3 hours before you usually wake up. So if you normally wake up at 8, set it for about 5 or 6. This is to make sure that you wake up before or during your REM sleep. Now, REM sleep, as you may know, is the state where you experience your dreams in. So by waking up during REM sleep, you are basically just waking up from a dream, and it's super easy to get straight back into it. When your alarm clock goes off, do not get out of bed. Just turn the alarm clock off and make sure that your mind is awake and that you are thinking clearly. Do not move your body unless you absolutely have to. So if you really have an itch and it's distracting you from doing anything else, just scratch it and then try to go back to sleep. Now, it's super useful if you are able to wake up and then go straight back to sleep without moving. And I know it's a bit hard because you do need to turn off your alarm clock, so I recommend using the app Lucidity. You can get it on the App Store. I don't know if it's on Android. This video is not sponsored, but I just found it to be a very useful free app, and you can make yourself an alarm clock and it'll go off a few times and then automatically turn itself off. Now, this is actually the app that I use when I do wild lucid dreaming, and it's very useful for wake back to bed as well. So I will throw a link down below if you want to download it. Again, it's not sponsored, but I really think it's a cool app. So when you wake up, you want to think about lucid dreaming and focus on the dream that you want to have. Try and see it in your mind's eye and visualize the dream scene before you. It might be a bit hard, and you probably won't see a full-blown lucid dream, but just try to visualize as hard as you can whilst trying to keep your mind awake. Now, when you wake up in the middle of the night like this, and you do wake back to bed, there are a few different paths that you can take. If you're really good with wild lucid dreaming, again, I made a tutorial on wild. If you're good with that, you can actually just attempt wild right now and do that and go directly into a dream. But if you're more of a beginner, then you might want to just think about lucid dreaming when you wake up and perform the mild technique. What that is you are repeating a phrase to yourself over and over before you fall asleep. So do that when you wake up, and if you fall back asleep, you will have a very good chance of having a lucid dream. I made a video on mild, and you can actually watch it right now by clicking at the top corner. If you choose to do wild, make sure that you stay very focused and aware in your head, and let your body go to sleep but focus on the dream world. Now, again, if you decide to do mild or just think about lucid dreaming and fall asleep, you have a very good chance of becoming lucid in your dream because you are targeting the REM stage of your sleep, which is why it is crucial to wake up during REM sleep. Because if you wake up during REM and you think about lucid dreaming a lot and then you go back to sleep, the chances of you becoming lucid in your dream are very high. So it might take a few nights for you to discover when your REM sleep is, but once you do, you should be able to do this very easily. Now, a very important thing about this is that this method is centered around sleep cycle. So you need to have an established sleep cycle, or else you won't be able to do wake back to bed efficiently, because your REM sleep will be all over the place and it won't be very specific, so it won't really help. Now, to get a sleep cycle, just fall asleep every day at the same time and wake up at the same time. If this isn't possible for you if you have some kind of job which requires you to wake up at random times. Unfortunately, this method might not work as well for you, but I will actually make a video dedicated to sleep cycles and some alternatives if you really can't get a good sleep cycle. So again, to do this technique, all you need to do is fall asleep and then wake up at about 5 in the morning, and you can either not move and do wild lucid dreaming, which I have a video on, or you can just repeat to yourself, I will have a lucid dream, I will have a lucid dream, and then fall asleep, and that is the mild technique. Or you can just think a lot about lucid dreaming and what you want your dream to be, and then when you drift off to sleep, then you might just enter that lucid dream. So there are 3 basic paths that I have explained to you. Obviously there's a lot more, and I won't get into them in this video for the sake of keeping it short. And if you want to learn more in depth about mild or wild lucid dreaming, check out my channel for those videos. Some tips to increase your odds of having a lucid dream by doing this method is by listening to brainwave music or binaural beats or whatever they call it when you wake up. Now obviously this requires you to move, unfortunately, but it does really help. I have noticed it doesn't really do a lot for me, but I know some people it really helps them and they can almost lucid dream every night. Now I recommend not doing wake back to bed every single night, as it might mess with your sleep cycle because you're waking up super early and going back to bed. If you do it right, then you should only be awake for about 5 minutes and it won't really screw things up. But if you're just a beginner, do not get frustrated with yourself if it doesn't work. Just try it maybe a few times a week and until it works and you get really good at it and stuff like that. So yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys learned a thing or two about the wake back to bed technique. It's a great method and I recommend it to both beginners and experienced lucid dreamers because its success rate is very high. Anyways, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time.